Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be what the narcissist is doing right now. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the narcissist, what are they doing right now? And this could be any narcissist, not exclusive to the one that you're probably considering right now. Here are some examples of what these people are doing as I'm creating this video and as you are consuming it. One, let's take the person who is at the job site, the person who is working. As I'm creating this video, and these are all hypothetical examples, but I'm certain many of them are true in this exact moment in time, the workplace bully slash narcissist is probably in a meeting right now, and they have all the people in the meeting that they want, and they're going to give a presentation, and they are going to act like they just had the best presentation ever, and their ideas are spectacular, and everybody should sing praises and give them standing ovations. Well, what people in the boardroom don't realize is that's not their work. You see, they threw somebody under the bus, and they took someone else's work, and they're trying to take accolades for it, take credit for it. That's one example. That's what the narcissist is doing right now. Another one at the workplace is this person is sitting in the corner office, the workplace bully slash narcissist, and they're thinking how to make a particular employee's life really miserable right now. Maybe it's a person whose job they're after. Maybe it's a person who is doing too well at work. Maybe it's a person who is just too empathetic. Maybe it's a person who has something that they want. This is what the narcissist is doing in the corner office. They're plotting, they're planning. They're not working on the job. They're making it seem like they're busy, and their office is probably closed. There's probably a sticker on their door saying DND, do not disturb. I'm in a meeting. And they're probably literally contemplating, maybe even researching ways to make an employee's life miserable. Now you may say, wow, this is kind of rough, Andrew. Where did you come up with this stuff? I lived it. No, I'm not the narcissist, but I was targeted for so many years in multiple occupations, not even counting friendships, romantic relationships, etc. But I'm referring to the toxic workplace bully for one or two more examples, then I'll carry on. How about this? The person who is now sitting at a job and it's their first day at work, and they don't know what narcissism is, and they're sitting right next to a toxic person who turns out to be the narcissist. And this person is befriending them and being really kind and love bombing them and making them feel very comfortable and at home and saying this is the best job ever, and you should tell me all about where you're from, what your job experiences are, and what your educational level is, and how much money are you making, and are you married, are you single, where did you come from? So what's happening here is the new person, the naive person, the vulnerable person, the person that needs their job, is an open book to the toxic narcissist. And what that person doesn't realize is as soon as the narcissist figures out as much as they want to about the new person, now the love bomb slash euphoric stage will be over, and they will become a target. Mysteriously, their coffee mug will go missing. Mysteriously, their favorite chair will only have 3 wheels on it because the 4th wheel will be unscrewed. Mysteriously, the computer won't be plugged in, and mysteriously, they will be complained to about at HR, saying that they're late, or they're making humming sounds, or they're always singing, or they're not doing what they're supposed to. See, that person's life just became a toxic narcissistic bullseye. Other examples of what the narcissist is doing right now, let's take the romantic relationship. Well, let's say that the narcissist got married recently to somebody who doesn't know what narcissism is, because that's what we did. Having said that, the person who just got married is now saying, okay, the narcissist who just got married is saying, okay, I now have the wedding ring on my finger. What am I going to do? Okay, I know what to do. I have built-in supply now. This is my 3rd marriage, maybe my 4th. And I've seen this rodeo before, this song and dance, and the person that I married, and again, I'm acting like the narcissist, but I'm not. This person's really in love with me. I need to go to page 52 of the playbook and figure out what to do now. Oh, I remember. The script goes around. This is when I begin going to the gym a little bit more often. This is when I withhold intimacy. This is when I begin to not keep my word. This is when I begin to hang up on the person. It's when I begin to claim that I don't remember saying certain things. It's when I begin to pull back. It's when I begin to triangulate my new partner. It's when I begin to really, really twist the knife in deep. You see now, and again, I'm acting like the narcissist, but I'm not. After the wedding bells have rung, I now have a fuel source for as long as I want that fuel source. I can drag it out for a year, 5, 10, 30 if I want to, or I can pepper that person with abuse a little quicker. Now, based on my what I just shared, if this is my 3rd wedding or 3rd marriage or union, whatever you want to call it, I now know what to do, and I know how long I'll be with this person. And with this person, what I'll do is I'll stay with them maybe another 6 years, because let's say hypothetically they're going to retire in 6 years and they are a newfound widow or widower, and they didn't know that I'm the narcissist, and I swooped right in and love bombed them, and now they married me under a year after the passing of their spouse. And now this person, when they retire, I'm going to collect all their money. I'm going to get all their assets. I'm going to own their house. I will own everything that they own, because that's what I will do. Now you again may say, and the person watching this video, you may be saying to yourself, I don't like, who would do that? A narcissist. If you've been in a relationship with one, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you should count your lucky stars that you haven't been in one, and that you will never be in one if you're that fortunate. Other examples of what the narcissist is doing right now with the romantic relationship would be, let's say that it's a newlywed, and let's say that these people are younger. Let's say they're in their 20s and they're just starting off, and one person's the empath, the other person's the narcissist, but the wedding bells have rung. Okay, well, the non-narcissist is going to say, hey, let's create a family. Let's do A, B, and C. And the narcissist is going to say, of course, let's do that. Well, here we go. Now we're going to go in the bedroom and we're going to have some intimacy. Boom, next thing you know, the narcissist, let's say that it is a female in this case, she's pregnant, and it doesn't have to be. You could flip it, and maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the male is the narcissist and the female is the empath. Doesn't matter, however you want it. And then now somebody's pregnant, and now the narcissist knows, okay, all we need here is to make sure that baby gets born into life, and now I have my built-in supply tethered for 18 years. Think about that. This is what happens. And you may say, well, the narcissist doesn't think that way. Yeah, they do. They think much worse than that. I'm sugarcoating this for you. Another example of the romantic relationship, what these people perhaps are thinking, or right now, let's say that they're in a loving, they're in a relationship with somebody who loves them. Well, what are they doing? They're comparing their relationship with whoever they have a ring on their finger with their besties. And they're saying, oh, these people, all my other friends, their marriages are much shorter period of time perhaps, and maybe the people that they married are younger. Maybe they're 10 years younger or 15 years younger, or maybe they're super successful at their job, or they own their own business, or they're in great shape. Now the person that I'm considering here for this example, they're going to compare what they have with what their friends have, and if their friends have anything even remotely better, and they may, then now this person who I'm talking about, they're going to want to break the relationship that they're in, because they're competing with their best friends. And if they can't break that relationship right now, what they will do is perhaps maybe bat a few eyelashes, or say some things, or use the smear campaign with their bestie's spouse, or spread rumors about their bestie or their spouse, or whatever targets they want. Next thing you know, the other relationships, not the one with the narcissist is having, but their besties, now there's some friction there. And it was all created by whom? By the narcissist. You see, these people, i.e. the narcissist, they don't like stability. They can't have commonplace. They don't like togetherness. They don't like growth. And they don't like commitment. What they like is to go through life like a wrecking ball, like a bull in a china shop, and destroying anything they possibly can, which includes their own relationships, their own kids' relationships, their besties' relationships, their colleagues, coworkers, neighbors, anybody that they can. And again, you may be thinking to yourself, well, that's a little rough. No, it's not. If you made it this far in the video, you know what I'm talking about. And again, I'm downplaying so much of the toxicity that these people think. Another example, what the narcissist is doing right now, let's say that they don't have a fuel source. They don't have a supply source. And let's say that they're on a trip in a different part of the country, or a different part of the city or state, wherever it is, and they don't have one. Well, what are they doing? They're probably grabbing lunch or dinner right now, and they're looking on their smartphone, on their hidden dating apps, or their hidden apps, or whatever these things are, and they're probably trying to look and figure out who swiped left, who swiped right, and who they can have a rendezvous with later that evening or tomorrow. And this is what this person will be doing. This is what all these examples are happening right now, whether you know it or not. With 8.2 billion people on the planet, they'll be happening 24/7 probably for the rest of the time. But this one, the person that doesn't have the fuel source with them, they're now looking for a short-term fuel source. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to swipe left or right, or they're going to look at somebody in the lounge or the bar area or the restaurant and try and get someone's attention, or maybe flirt with the wait staff and see if they can suck them into the web of manipulation for a day or two. And let's say that they find their prey for that weekend or that evening. Well, then what will they do? Now they're going to get that person's phone number. They're going to learn all about them. They're going to try to play with them and toy with them like a cat with a mouse, text them and tell them, well, I'll meet you tomorrow. I'll meet you the next day. Oh, I come back here every 2 weeks. Let's get together again in 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks, see, this is how the narcissist builds supply. all over the planet through their smartphone, through other connections, through information, through dating apps, and so much more. This is what the narcissist is doing right now. Now let's go back to that exact example. Let's say it is a person who's been married to the narcissist for years. Again, that person doesn't know that they married a narcissist. Well, what happens? Now that person who's toxic, they are, let's say, a traveling salesperson, okay? And now they're traveling and they're selling, or they're giving conferences, whatever they're doing. Well, what happens here? Well, that person who's on the road, they are now looking to break the relationship that they're a part of, and they're trying to enter a new one, i.e. monkey branch from one to the next. Now again, you may already know that, maybe you don't, but you need to understand, when the narcissist isn't with you, you will never know where they were. And even when they are with you, you'll never know where they are mentally, because they're checked out. They're always on their smartphones, plural. They're always crawling over the internet. They're crawling all over social media. They're comparing what they have to what they wish they had. They're comparing past fuel sources to present fuel sources. They're comparing their best friends, clothes, car, house, relationship, kids, pets, hobbies, jobs with their own. And the narcissist can never, ever be satiated. They can never be satisfied. Once they get what they want, they don't want it any longer, and they want something new. They're like a petulant child looking for a new toy. Once they get the toy gets thrown in the closet. They don't want to play with it any longer, and now they want to pick something else out, pick something new out. And this is the same thing the narcissist does. Again, you didn't know this. You weren't taught this in school. So how could you know it? None of us knew it. That's why we're here, getting our cup full and getting the wisdom with each and every video I create. Having said that, other things that the narcissist is doing right now is, this is a very big one. You should play this video and play it a few times. We're now halfway through the month of September. We're entering what is known as the holiday hoover period of time, which is historically November, December, January. You could say it starts late October. Those of you who know what my favorite holiday was, you understand what it was, and it still is, to be fair. It just means something different. And you could actually extend it out to Valentine's Day if you wanted to, but the meat of the holiday hoover season is November, December, January. So right now, as I'm creating this video, and you are consuming it, the narcissist is probably looking at their calendar saying, wait a minute, I have an anniversary coming up, one of the kids' birthdays is coming up, and then we have a whole bunch of holidays, whatever holidays they are, I'm not going to mention them. Again, I'm acting like the narcissist, although I'm not. I have multiple opportunities here to really blow up people's next couple months. I can not get my spouse a wedding gift like I have in the last 5 years, 10 years. I can blow up my kid's birthday because, again, I won't show up. I'll claim I'm too busy, or I got stuck at traffic, get stuck at work. That'll take care of that one. And then I've got a bunch of holidays. And what will I do there? Well, what did I do last year? I remember what I did. What did I do 2 years ago? I remember that. Well, things are a little bit different. I know what to do. Maybe I'll put the discard in play this year. I've got the other sources lined up in different states and different countries. All I have to do is hit the button, and any one of those three people will jump as soon as I say, they'll say how high as soon as I say jump. So maybe I'll insert the discard this year. Sounds like a good idea. And I'll really twist the knife because my spouse is sick and they just lost their job, and that one of their parents just died. They're actually doing really poorly right now. And what have I been doing? I've been stacking all the money that they've been earning. I have money hidden in crypto. I have money hidden with my brother's properties in different states. I have money under different accounts in different parts of the world. I have a lot of money that I've stolen from my spouse. And you know what? Like I said, they just lost one of their parents. They're ill themselves now. They just lost their job and the holidays are coming up. Perfect time to throw the discard out there. This is what these people think. If you think that the discard was by coincidence or accident, you really need to do more research. These things are designed, they are scheduled, they're mapped out. Now, is it mapped out to a T, to the exact minute? Possibly. Probably not, but possibly. But the time frame is certainly mapped out. That's why, again, when you're with these people, if you get sick, you better really look elsewhere for help or support. You lose your job, same thing. If you are feeling suspicious or anxious, or you're not being respected or taken care of, then something's wrong. You should really continue to do the research, because eventually, as you should know by now, each and every one of these relationships has an expiration date. Every single one of them. And if you think differently, like AI thinks differently, and AI doesn't know what they're talking about whatsoever with this, you need to think again. Why do you think you made it this far in the video? Why do you think I create videos? It's because every one of these relationships has an expiration date. And truth be told, every relationship on the planet has an expiration date. The difference is when you're with a healthy, stable person, you're not getting abused or being manipulated or being taken advantage of or being trapped in the narcissistic fog or the trauma bond. When you're with a narcissist, that's what happens. And once they take what they want from you, then they discard you. That's what happens most times. But having said that, the discard is quite possibly in the cards in the next couple months for many people. And I was one of those people, again, 2 days before what was my favorite holiday, almost 5 years ago to the date. We'll go back in time and take a look at some of the older videos I created in 2021, and you'll learn an awful lot about Narcdaily. But this is what the narcissist is thinking. Another example before I get ready to close the video, let's just say the narcissist is on a plane ride and they're going on an 8-hour plane flight from point A to point B, and let's say they're sitting next to their friend or their colleague or their romantic interest, whomever. What do you think they're doing? Do you think that they're having an intelligent conversation and laughing it up? And no, they're not. They're probably giving somebody the silent treatment, or probably complaining to the flight attendant, or they're probably saying, I can't believe that we're stuck. I can't believe this layover, you have to be kidding me. They're making whoever they are traveling with's life miserable. This is what they do. This is what they've always done. You just couldn't figure it out, neither could I. Which leads me to one more, vacations with the narcissist. Let's say right now the narcissist is on vacation or getting ready to go on vacation, and they're gonna go with their family, or they're gonna go with their wife or husband, or they're gonna go with a group of people. Do you think that vacation's gonna go swimmingly? No, it won't, not even close. There's gonna be drama, there's gonna be complaining, there's gonna be people being left out, there's gonna be people excluded, there's gonna be so much confusion and chaos. It will never go well, because it never does go well, because the narcissist cannot have stability. They can't have sereneness, and they can't have commonplace. They need to disrupt people's energy. So before I close the video, understand something. This is what the narcissist is doing right now, or what the narcissist is doing right now. What they're doing is what they've always done. The difference is it's not with you in their life. They're now doing it with a different target, with different people that they always insert and remove from their life in a moment's notice. And the narcissist you're considering is now older. If they're even living, who knows? Having said that, the cycle continues to go around and around and around, and it'll go round in a loop as long as that person is living. And whoever gets too close to them, or whoever figures out, or whoever has something that the narcissist wants, they will always become a target, or they will always be someone who's made fun of, or teased, or mocked, or isolated, or a target of the smear campaign, and more. You didn't know these things back then, but now you're understanding it. So one more before I close the video. What the narcissist is doing right now? They are trying to occupy their mind. They are trying to drown out that screaming, the voices in their head that they can never ever stop from screaming at them, to them, for them, and about them. They are trying to stay busy, 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 because they can't sit still, still, still. They're trying to distract themselves. They're trying to disrupt other people's energy. They're trying to steal other people's energy. They're trying to target old people, meaning old relationships that didn't go no contact. They're trying to target new people they just met in the neighborhood. They're comparing themselves with people that they are about to meet, have met, or do know. The narcissist cares about nobody on the planet but themselves. You didn't know that back then, now you do. That's why once you get the wisdom, you need to apply the tools and get off the radar of these people. If not now, when? So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Understand a few things. This is what they're doing right now. You know, the person you're considering, or random people, whomever. This is what these people have always done. We just weren't supposed to figure it out. We did figure it out. That's why you are in rarefied air. That's why you're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered. And that's why you're different than most people here on the planet, because you were in the loop, you were in the cycle, and now you're out and you've healed, or you are healing. But as long as you are out, you need to stay out, and you need to understand also, whatever these people are doing, it's what they've always done. They're just doing it to abuse and manipulate new people, or people that they've recycled. That's the way this works. That's why you need to apply all the tools that are provided for you with each and every video I create, and you need to become small, and you need to have a small footprint and get off the radar of these people, because they don't change, and they will go to their deathbed blaming anybody but themselves. I love y'all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.